Hello everybody, Iain Robson, welcome back to Mercury Farms. So I'm finding it a bit limited, I should say. Having just one tractor, so we're gonna go ahead and get another tractor here. We're gonna go ahead and get a K7200. This is an older tractor, I suspect, just based on its design. And this one we can upgrade the engine if we so desire. So right now we just have front weights and no engine upgrade, but we can go up to 261 horsepower on this guy at some point in the future. Now this gives us costs an extra 50 grand just for that the engine upgrade itself, but we're going to leave it for the time being. Oh, that's not too bad actually. 143, so we still leave ourselves with 20 grand. Well, you know what the heck, let's do it. Alright, so now we have a secondary tractor. I got the John Deere right now just working away on the field, taking care of the subsoiling. Now one thing we should take a look at, is there a bigger subsoiler? 4 meters versus 3 meters, 90 versus 140 horsepower. This one needs 130 horsepower. And then these ones are 6 meters, which requires 500 and 400. So yeah, that's about as big as we're going to get. I don't know why I got the smallest one as opposed to this. It's only a meter difference, but I mean, it's a meter, and you can hook it up to some things. Yeah. A meter's a meter. Yeah, that definitely is. Definitely wouldn't hurt. Let's say. Well, technically, we don't have to do the subsoiling like once in a while. Now, a couple of little notes. I did upgrade my auto drive mod, and to the latest version of it. So you see it down here now. It says no course loaded. So when I go to let's take a quick look in this thing. Oh, this is old school, yeah, 80s. It looks like. Looks pretty good actually in this head. Sometimes this one's from the mod hub. But sometimes when you some of the older tractors don't look great in game. Now if I were to set it to the farm, I guess. Oh, there must be course place saying no course is loaded. No, it should say Anyways, and I upgraded to the latest version of that, and upgraded to the latest version of Courseplay as well, developer version. So hopefully that'll sort out our issue that we ran into last time. So we'll figure it out here. We don't actually need the sprayer, but I figured it'd be a good enough time to take the sprayer back to the main farm here. Because what we can do now is, with that subsoiler going and this guy coming back, we can actually get a little work done now. I always find that having two tractors it's the way to go. Every time, because if you only have the one tractor, you always feels like, oh well, can't do that because I gotta wait for that. Oh look, the weeds are in there already. That was one day. Holy moly! Like I said, I haven't really messed around with the weeds that much, but that's super quick. That's like one day, like overnight. Yeah, look at this. They're just popping up now. As time progresses, that is crazy fast. Don't know if it happens that well. I'm sure it feels like it happens that fast in real life. Alright, let's go ahead and I'll just park this combine in this field here with all this vegetation that's not really growing over here. Sunflowers, dead sunflowers it looks like. And then we'll grab the trailer over here, unload that. Just put this over here somewhere. I like the sound of this thing. Got a nice sound to it, although it does feel a bit light in the front end. I don't even have this thing loaded down yet either. Like, in the sense that I have nothing in the... the actual fertilizer tank is not full at all. Alright, now did we actually plant anything in 21? Oh, it's covered in weeds. That's nuts. I haven't messed with it. I haven't touched the oh, looks like I did plant soybeans. Okay. And then in terms of fertilization, that's level 1 fertilization. So we can actually grab the fertilizer then and fertilize that field while we're other one's going. Actually, thinking about it, I guess I should have to because that's already, if it's been planted now. Let's go ahead and Customize this. I believe I can put narrow tires on here too. We can put narrow twins, which is kind of an interesting one. Let's do that because I've never done it before. All right, and then I guess we will actually use our fertilizer spreader, or I should say our weed. Oh my gosh, that looks kind of silly. You don't see rear twin tires like that very often. All right, let's put some fertilizer down here. Liquid fertilizer. Can I not get herbicide from here? Solid liquid fertilizer. Oh, it's the next one I'm looking for then. Oh, it's blocked by that. I must have dinged it. Yeah, like I said, I've never really messed around with the weeds at all, so this is kind of interesting. That I had no idea it was that difficult. Oh, I need to put the weights back in the front again. I wonder why that even came off in the first place. Now the funny thing is we actually sell Hardy sprayers at work. Customize, we want, there we go, narrow twin tires. Yes, leave that configuration on there. Yeah, it still looks like it squats the back end. Even particularly now with the with it loaded. All right, so let's bring up our information. This tractor, I thought we had GPS on this one. All right, let's see. We should have it on here. I thought I put it on there. Oh, maybe that's what was the extra cost that I didn't put on there. Probably. And it keeps wanting to go back to standard configuration, which is a pain. Yeah, that's the one thing. Okay, we can leave it off. I don't have enough money to fiddle around with that. Okay, fine. I knew there was something. I'm like, I was like, why is it so much cheaper that time? And it's because I didn't put the GPS on. $15,000 option. You know, it's pretty accurate in real life. All right, let's put some herbicide down. I think it's actually one of the very first times I've done this. Believe it or not. On the server, we just had it off almost right from the start. So, all right, let's. Does it put any kind of special? It just kills the weed automatically, and it does change the texture. Okay, well, that's pretty easy to work with then. But you are working with 12 kilometers an hour. Yeah, that'd be great if this worked like this in real life. Can I adjust the sprayer roll? Nope. It looks like you can though. Not too bad. I mean, it's just spraying in the end. It does affect your yield though, if you don't deal with it. I don't know if what used to happen with the soil mod is it used to, the more often you sprayed, it would affect your it would affect your crops more. Like you would be adding moisture to the ground essentially. But I don't think, as far as I know, it's not that complicated in FS719. At least not yet. There we go. Oh, we're missing some. Now you do have to be careful, of course, because the fences are collidable. It's actually not using as much as I thought it was going to. I thought it'd use a lot more than that in terms of herbicide. I mean, we're only doing one little small field, but it's nice that that's even an option. And I can see why. I can see how how attractive a self-propelled sprayer might be, because this is going to be like I forget how long the the herbicide lasts for. I think it's 2 days or something along those lines. I think that's what it was. 2 days. Let's see the information here. Guess it's over here. Advanced knowledge, straw, chaff, silage. Herbicides, yeah. Herbicides can be bought on pallets. No, it's not really what I'm looking for. Nope, thought I'd be able to find it and like it'd be its own section just by itself. Apparently not. Oh well. I just want to spend ages looking at that screen. I'm sure I could find it in there. They did a pretty good job with the information on it, but I just don't necessarily want to spend, 5 minutes with you guys here watching me stare at that screen. Alright, perfect. Alright, just finishing up the last little pass here. Gonna sweep around and get a couple of spots I missed. I didn't realize it changed the texture that quickly. And that, I thought it was gonna be like a gradual thing, but it's apparently immediate. Which is kind of funny. Definitely not like that in real life. It's one of those things you will do and then wait a few days. Actually, you should be, I guess not a few days. It will be pretty close. I don't think same day, but it would be pretty quick usually. There we go. That's that taken care of finally. I thought the actual crop was coming up, and then I took another second look. I'm like, wait a minute, that's just weeds. There we go. Put that away. Yeah, it squats the back end of this thing down, but it seems to be fine still. So now there are larger sprayers, but I think in our current setup, having a larger sprayer is not going to be beneficial for us because it's just going to hit all the fences and all the hedges. Now, apparently, you can get rid of these hedges with the terrain editor. That is what you can do with that. So if you want to get rid of them completely, that's the option. Alright, here we go. Get some fertilizer here. Take this over. Actually, this is what we're seeing right now. We're seeing fertilizer being dropped down for a lot of, well, I guess the last couple of days heading to work, I've been seeing tractors going up and down the highway. I know it's inconvenient for me going to work, but they got a job to do too, so can't win all the time. So they're seeing tractors. There's one guy that on the main highway I drive down that always they're going back and forth with slurry, and in that case they are they're not, they just, I guess they pull slurry straight from the main tank. They don't have like a transport truck or something that has a slurry in there. So that's what they'll do. They'll just go back to the main farm and back and forth, and I'm assuming on the road. And this is why I use GPS, because I'd miss huge chunks like that back there. But alas, we cannot afford GPS right now. And there we go. Trying to get all of that little bits there. Good. I'll wait for a second for this guy to finish. Yeah, we'll probably have to wait for them to finish. Or will we? Can we get this last little bit over here? Or this little bit over here? I'm probably going to have to go back anyway, so I'm not too worried about it. Yeah, we're going to get the last little strip anyway, so do this little bit here, and then when that driver turns around and does his thing, we will be able to clean up that last little section there, which has weeds in it as well. Like I said, I'm not sure how long the actual herbicide lasts for. I think it's a couple days, or at least it used to be. There we go. Give that a bit. It's neat how to see how the tractors lead like the narrow twin path right there. Alright, good. We'll just leave that there for the time being, and we will grab our trailer, which is just up over there, and unload that combine, which is just chilling out there. Maybe we'll sell some of the those canola, some of the canola we have sitting there. That's the little tiny circle mirror is a funny mirror. Here we go. Excellent. Alright, so I got the trailer here and filled it up with the little bit of canola that we have there. And apparently the vehicle shop grains is the... looks like it's down there. Good. Looks like that is the... should clean this up. Is the closest... or that's the highest price canola right now. It's not super high. It's not like... it's like $1,100, something like that. So what I could actually do is this, because and send that guy to the shop. And the funny thing is, the actual location of the sell point is right at the shop anyways. So I could theoretically just have now that I already have a course going to the shop, I can just connect my course from where I am right now to that little other area, which is kind of neat. Which is why, I don't know, that's why I think the auto drive mod's kind of cool, because it does that. You can add little bits to your network without a whole lot of effort, which is nice. So there we go. Let's put this back here. Let's grab this. I don't know why. This is honestly one of my favorite John Deeres they have in the game. I think because it looks blocky. I don't know. I want to get rid of this bush once and for all. I keep just running directly into it. I want to paint. There. I like run into that thing like every single time. Let's decrease this. And then decrease it some more. And then change that to... no, not that one. Not that one. What are we using over here? No. Oh, I guess that'll work. That does look weird actually now I'm looking at it. Oh, there it is. There. Because the number of times I just run right into that bush. It just doesn't look right at all. Because it's like right there. In my way. Every single time. Alright, let's put that fertilizer down the last little section there, and we'll get this planted. Alright, so got our tractor at the shop here, and that's the actual sell point over there. So what I could do here is this is a super easy little scenario here. So I'm just gonna add a course from here. Oh, that automatically connected? Oh, that's new. That's nice. That's very nice. A lot nicer than it was before. Oh, that's the milk sell point here. Okay, take a nice wide turn here. And I believe I was watching one of the tutorials and they were saying to put a waypoint, call this shop, oops, take my caps lock off, shop grain. And, well, the mod author basically suggested to kind of put the waypoint before. Now let's see what happens when I stop it here. And then connect it. Okay, that's kind of cool. I like how it connects up there. So let's just refresh our network here. %. That's taking its time. Oh, there it goes. A little concern there for a second. I was like, ooh, it's taking a little bit longer than I wanted it to. Alright. Let's come over here. We take this off. We don't need to see that. And call this shop grain. Let's see. It should just automatically sell the grain now. Theoretically, of course. Ooh, look at the shop here. Can we actually walk in here? That's kind of cool. Alright. Let's see. So he should come up in here. And it's funny, every now and then you hear a chainsaw going off. I don't know why. Or maybe it should have been after. So it should have been more like... Yeah, this is hard to do with this kind of a trailer. Let me just readjust this 1 second here. Alright, let's try that again here. Now that we've... do I have the right mode? Pick up and deliver? Deliver, there we go. Maybe it would have done that before if I had the right mode too, but who knows. So this is without me being in the tractor here. Nope, I guess it still needs to be a bit further. Oh well, we can just manually do it here. Maybe he said a bit after. I can't remember now. Maybe we'll do one more take here. 1 second. There we go. Yeah, I just need to be a bit after. I couldn't figure out why it needed to be before. I'm like, why did it say need to be before? But it definitely doesn't. So. Alright, let's head back to the farm now. It's just cool how it's, like, I was able to add that really easily. Like I said, I'm pretty sure you can do something like that in course play. I never got into doing that, so. And the last tutorial I saw on it was just ages ago, so. There we go. I got a little bit of grain sold. I don't think we have anything else stored. No, we do not. So, back to the drawing boards. This guy's just planting a little bit of canola right now for me. This is a hire worker, of course. This area is nice enough that you can just hire a worker, and it's pretty straightforward without too much trouble. I could theoretically have him go back to the main farm and pick up the grain seed from there, but I figured what the heck, might as well leave it the way it is. Alright, so I'm just going to sell this header trailer and get the other header trailer because that one works way better. I guess this is the sell point you drop it at. Right here. Open doors. Drive forward until vehicle stops. Is that for... As for this prevents vehicle from entering sleep mode. I always want to sell that. So we're going to lose $900, but that's okay because the other trailer is a million times better. Main color, green, thank you. Maybe a darker green. There we go. Oh, then it costs us $10,000, or no, $9,000 because the color changed as well. But I just find this header trailer is a bit better than the one we were just using. It just fits. Or this is the one I think it is, at least. That'd be funny if it wasn't. Alright, let's head back to the main farm, and that'll be the last order of business, I think, for today. There we go. Like I said, in terms of size-wise, it fits better on this trailer. But I just noticed that the other trailer is way more maneuverable because the back tires steer on it, whereas these ones do not. So, if I go to make a turn, I need to make sure that I take into account that the back tires do not whip around like the other ones. So I could do this and turn it like this, but the other one the tires would have followed me around basically a lot nicer. So in terms of making turns, going in and out of fields, that's something I'll need to pay attention to. Otherwise this thing's gonna fall off like there's no tomorrow. I don't think there's any lock function on it, as far as I can remember. Nope. So wide turns. There we go. Where's a good place to put this? I guess right over here for the time being. There's no real nice place at the moment. And we actually own this field over here as well. And that just fell off, so obviously it's not a great trailer for that either, but I wasn't really slowing down at all. Well, that's where it's going to stay for the time being, I guess, then. And with that, folks, I think we'll end it there for the time being. My name's Ian Robson. I hope you enjoyed. If you like what you saw, go ahead and hit that subscribe button for some more Mercury Farm. I'll catch you guys later.